This is the underpainting for the painting Kent Falls Rocks. And here's my Gamblin light. Measure out about 50 milliliters and start preparing my canvas. I'm just oiling up the canvas with the Galgid light. I'm using it straight. Sometimes I'll put a little bit of linseed oil into it, but today I'm just using it straight. I want it to be dry for tomorrow. So I just very evenly apply it on. And sometimes it's hard to see where you've painted, but with a darker color it's easier. I'm just pouring back my excess back into my bottle, and I use a cork to stopper my containers. Here's my paint. Pretty typical palette for me, except for the addition of titanium buff. Some brands call it unbleached titanium, and I use it just to keep my colors very gray. So I've mixed up a very bluish gray here. And other colors I have on here are Carbazole purple, which is a very deep purple. It's also sometimes called dioxazine purple. I mean, it's a very similar hue. I've speeded up the filming here a little bit just so you can kind of get an overview. This kind of painting can be a little bit tedious. Basically, I'm just drawing in the values. I'm looking at my sketch and matching up the values. Now, this underpainting is very thin to underpainting, and it's very sketchy, and it's very dry, and it's not a strong painting by any means. And so, those of you who watched my webcast saw how I did the underpainting. I did this underpainting exactly like I demonstrated it last Wednesday or a couple weeks ago. So I'm changing the value somewhat. I just felt like it was too dark down at the bottom, and so I mixed up some grays. Here's some bluish grays. Basically here there's three values. There's the light I just put in, and now I'm just kind of putting in some of the lights for the reflections. So it's just pretty straightforward. I try not to overwork it. That's one of the things that's kind of hard not to do. I'm adding some warmer colors here. I just felt like it was going a little bit too blue, and I wanted to, allow some of that warmth of the original orange, to kind of still, be there. I am painting so that some of that orange is just kind of naturally glowing through. I'm not putting on extremely thick and opaque details here. So I kind of restate some of the lights there. I just kind of reworked that little reflection to kind of, show the perturbation of the water. So, I've got it all blocked in, and I go back, and from a distance I just very carefully adjust the edges. Now it's kind of a little dark here. This shot is a little too dark, so you can't really see a lot of the detail. It's not exactly this dark, so I'll try to get some close-ups in the next session so you can see more of the the modulation of values. But overall, I'm just using a lot of grays. A lot of times I'll have a lot of color in my brush, and I'll squish it down, and it'll kind of squish out some nice mixed color into that. When you're using grays, you don't want to use really flat grays. You want to have a lot of broken color, and a lot of different temperatures of gray in your brush. So, and then I'm done for the day.